Do you want to know how to lose belly fat, even if you're in your 50s and over? Well, today I'm going to give you some very strategic tips that if you stick with them, you'll lose your belly fat once and for all. Hi, welcome to Forever Young. My name is Adele. And first, I want to make a disclaimer that I'm not a doctor. I'm just sharing some things that I have researched thoroughly and they have worked for me. So always check with your doctor to make sure you have no underlying conditions in your health or your weight. So with that being said, let's get started. Well, let's first talk about what belly fat is. It's called visceral fat. I mean, even the word visceral fat. And not only is it not aesthetically pleasing, but it's also very bad for your health. It's linked with heart disease, it's linked with some types of cancers, and it's linked with type 2 diabetes. So getting rid of this is a win-win situation, not only for your confidence, but for your health. So we're going to approach it with a two-pronged approach. We're going to do diet and exercise. Okay, so I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, oh my God, Adele, you're going to give me some really strict diet and I'm going to have to work out for hours on end. Well, no, it's not going to be that severe, but you're going to have to learn some things, implement them, and actually they're very doable. So let's start with diet first. You want to eat whole foods. You want to get rid of the processed foods. Processed foods are full of chemicals and dyes and sugar, unhealthy fats, refined carbohydrates. I mean, they've been known to have plastics in them. So we want to get rid of that. And also, they cause inflammation in your body. And the inflammation, the number one cause of that, it raises your blood sugar. So when your blood sugar is raised, you're not losing fat, period. Always remember that. Blood sugar is raised, you cannot lose fat. One of the things that I do is when I sit down to eat a meal, I eat the protein first. This way it will stabilize your blood sugar. Healthy fats, protein are really the way to go. Avocados are a great choice of healthy fats. Wild-caught salmon, grass-fed butter. These are all great things. And you want to cook with things like coconut oil, avocado oil, olive oil, although you want to keep the olive oil on a low heat because that's better when you're cooking with olive oil. But olive oil is a great fat. It has the great omegas. Everything's balanced out. So these are the good fats that don't harm you. So fat really doesn't make you fat, which is what we've been told all along, but that has turned out to be not true, and studies have shown that. So you want to do things like that. When you're eating a salad, for instance, don't throw on a big bottle of salad dressing with a bunch of chemicals, because then again, you're getting all of the inflammation in your body. I make a great salad dressing and it's so simple. It's just olive oil, balsamic vinegar, a little teaspoon of Dijon mustard, a little garlic, and salt and pepper. And if you want, I'll put some of the measurements. It's so simple. Shake it up and you've got the best salad dressing. You can put it on everything and you have no chemicals. I mean, if you really try and look at this, you're going to get full, you're going to feel great, you're going to have lots of energy, and you're not going to be eating chemicals. That's the main thing that's causing this belly fat, is the inflammation. So I have a salad that I love. You can take some whatever kind of lettuce that you like. I like arugula because it's full of nutrition. And I just throw the arugula on the plate. I cut up a couple of tomatoes. I put a little red onion because I love red onion, and that's very healthy too. And I take a little what is it called? Organic feta cheese, and you can get it at Costco, and I crumble it over the top. I even put pumpkin seeds. They have those at Costco. I love that. They're all healthy, no chemicals in there, super nutritious. And sometimes even throw a thing of salmon on top, and that's a whole dinner. And I'm going to add a picture here so you can see. People come over all the time and say, what is this? This is so good. There are so many things that you can do to make healthy foods, and you're going to get full faster. So don't eat any of those salad dressings. Now, another little tip that I like to do is when I eat and sit down to a meal, don't drink your fluids with your meal. So in other words, if you're drinking water or tea, something like that, make sure that you drink your beverage before you eat, and then finish, like if you're going to have some water, wait until after your meal, maybe 15 to 30 minutes. Now, if you want to take some type of supplements because you want it on a full stomach, although you can wait 15 or 20 minutes for that, you know, have a couple sips and then finish your meal later. And the reason I do this is because after 50, we really don't produce as much hydrochloric acid. And that hydrochloric acid is what is breaking down and digesting your food. And if your food isn't digested, then we get back to the belly fat, we get back to the bloating, and we get back to the gas, and it's just sabotaging you losing this belly fat. So that's another tip that I always use, and it works really great. We just don't have that hydrochloric acid after 50, it diminishes. Now, let's see. What's my next thing? Oh, yeah. Always take a good probiotic. Again, everybody should be taking a probiotic. Take a probiotic that has different strains in it. You know, make sure it has a lot of different strains. Some people change off for their probiotics every couple of months, and I hear that that's a very good thing to do. I had mentioned in one of my other videos what I take, and that's called Ion, and actually it's way more than a probiotic. It is an amazing product. It's made by a Dr. Zach Bush. It has fulvic and humic soil in it. And what it does is it seals the gut lining. So it keeps out the toxins and the glycosates, which is a great thing, you know, again, with the belly fat and the inflammation, you want to keep it down. So it actually does that. It's science backed. It'll help you to gain more nutrition from your food. So that's one thing that I really swear by. I take it all the time. I had heard about it from a YouTuber about 2 years ago, and I'm so thankful I did. And they also have it for animals. My little cat takes it. They have a certain formula for animals. So if you're a big pet lover, check that out. You can go to his website. It's called Intelligence of Nature. And I will put that down below if you want to read extensive research on it and all about it. Or you can get it at Amazon. I will leave you a link down below if you want to get it quicker. But if you don't want to do that, make sure that you take a probiotic. You want to keep that food digested. Probiotics are something we all should take anyway, but especially, again, if you're trying to lose belly fat. Okay, so now we're going to get into exercise. Yeah, we must get into exercise, but it's not going to be hours on end. You want to do cardiovascular exercise, first of all. Now, I mean, about your day, you're moving around, you're doing things, that's all great, but you want to do something kind of a little bit more focused, like maybe a 10-minute walk. You can walk after a meal, that's fantastic. 10 minutes on the bicycle. Swimming, things that you enjoy doing that you'll keep up doing. I like dancing, you know, so I mean, whatever it is that you do, you can get on a rebounder for 10 minutes a day, whether it's in the morning or whatever, but try to do something every day like that. You know, gone are the days where you have to work out aerobically for hours on end. Remember, like Jane Fonda? I loved her. I know her. She's great. But we don't have to beat our body up like that. Now, you can if you want, but if you're trying to do that to lose belly fat, it's not going to happen. So keep that in mind when you're doing your exercise. See? I mean, that's pretty easy. Now, above and beyond that, you have to do strength training. That is the most important thing that you could ever do for your body, especially 50 and over, because we lose 1 to 2% of our muscle every year, and it's replaced with fat, actually. So by the time you get to be my age, you're going to be in trouble if you don't start weight training. Now, if you don't know what I mean by weight training, it's just if you've never even dealt with it, you're going to do lifting some weights. You know, you can pick up a set of weights. I mean, you could start even with 3 pounds if you've never done anything. And if you don't know how to do any of this, go to YouTube. There's so many fantastic free videos that will teach you, you know, lower body, upper body. The most important thing, though, with all of this is that after you've done, maybe you're going to do 1 set the first time, but after you've done 2 or 3 sets of maybe 12 to 15, you need to add heavier weight. Nothing is worse than getting older and not being able to pick up your grandchildren, not being able to pick up grocery bags. I've seen people that are, you know, in the airplane and they can't even put their bags up on the upper bin, their little bags. They can't even do it. They're weak and your bones get brittle. And if you fall at 65, you're in big trouble. Sometimes you don't have the same life anymore, even if you have a hip replaced or whatever. I mean, if you fall very bad. I'm not saying everybody that happens to, but statistics are very high when you have no muscle. So that's very important. So basically, we're going to recap. You're going to not eat anything out of the box. You're going to eat your protein first. You're not going to drink during your meals. You're going to exercise. Don't break your neck. Just exercise. Put it into your program. You're going to start to lose belly fat, and you're going to feel so great. You're going to have more energy. Now, I've leave the last thing that isn't all that popular, and it's if you're trying to lose belly fat, and it's really, you have a lot to lose, try not to drink alcohol, okay? I know everybody likes to have a cocktail, at least most people. It's such a social thing, and if you do, try to have something without sugar in it, some type of, not mixed drinks or all that, but really try to limit it. And if you can quit it for good while you're losing the belly fat, you're going to be so happy. It's going to be so worth it, because you're going to be able to put your pants on, and you don't have to look, the side way. Like, I mean, I have before and gone, okay, what is that? You're going to be able to fit in your clothes better. So all in all, you're going to have more energy, and you got to get some sleep too. Make sure that you sleep. Without sleep, it's pretty much impossible to lose that belly fat. So these are all of some of the things you can do. They're very doable. You can do them. Try one or two, but get going on it. You're going to be so happy you did, I promise you. So I thank you for watching. I hope you'll like the video and subscribe if you got anything out of it at all. And, in the comments below, let me know what your biggest challenge is when trying to lose the belly fat. And I hope to see you on my next video.